All right, let's move on and talk about really Operation Sindhu. There's still details trickling in about the locations that we hit as part of Operation Sindhu, the air bases, the military installations. And now it turns out, this is an India Today world exclusive, the Pakistan government's VVIP jet was very, very close to the IAF strike zone on several days, particularly on May 10th. Flight tracking data and exclusive satellite imagery reviewed by India Today's open source investigation team has suggested that a VVIP aircraft matching the description used by the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was present. Beat this at the Nur Khan Air Base around the time of the IAF strikes on May 10th, highlighting clearly the strategic sensitivity and vulnerability of Pakistan's most important air base. And the question to ask here is whether we intentionally struck knowing that this VVIP jet movement was around to send across a direct message to the corridors of power in Pakistan. Let me bring in Ankit Kumar, who's accessed these images, who's analyzed them to tell us exactly who is the target, Ankit, of these strikes and also how there were jets flying, perhaps with Shehbaz Sharif. We can't confirm that, but VVIP jets flying very, very close to exactly where we hit.
Well, Akshata, Pakistan government operates 3 Gulf streams for VVIP operations. When we say VVIP operations, we mean the president, the prime minister, the military chief, the foreign minister, and the prime minister's family. So when on 10th of May, this VVIP air base came under Air Force attack by the Indian Air Force, we wanted to see if any of these VVIP aircrafts were there. So what we did, we matched the aircraft tracking data with the satellite pictures, and the result is astonishing. On your screen is this aircraft. This aircraft is so important because it matches the specifications used by Pakistan's Prime Minister. Now, viewers can ask, how are we so sure? It can be any other aircraft, right? So what we did was, we pulled out the specifications, we applied an AI model, we also spoken to experts, and everything suggested that this aircraft matches the specification of the aircraft that is used by the Pakistan Prime Minister. Now remember, the impact site is only 435 meters away. So if India was the aggressor, if India wanted to teach Pakistan a stronger message, maybe hurt them somewhere, India could have targeted the aircraft, but it did not, because our response was proportionate. And you know, there was another Gulf stream, which should have been here, not seen in this picture, that was used by Pakistan military chief Asim Munir. But the key difference between this aircraft and the other aircraft is that the tail of Asim Munir's aircraft is blue, not white.
Okay, very, very interesting details that Ankit is getting us there. And if really these VVIP jets were so close to the strike locations, it's not a mere coincidence. It's clearly India's strategy also. We knew these movements and so decided to choose strategically each one of these locations. Thanks very much, Ankit, for joining us with those details. Let's cut across to a news break coming in. So the Indian Air Force bypassed and jammed Pakistan's Chinese-supplied air defense systems, completing the mission in just 23 minutes and thereby demonstrating India's technological edge. Now, this is a statement that's come in from the government, which confirms that, yes, we managed to do all of this, our strikes, in just 23 minutes by going ahead and jamming Pakistan's air defense system supplied, of course, by China. And this tells you exactly why Pakistan sought a ceasefire. They stood no chance. They had absolutely no eyes on the sky as their air defense was completely destroyed. IAF had jammed it and completed its mission in a matter of 23 minutes as they had planned, our forces executing it to perfection. And that's what's led to Pakistan also pushing for a ceasefire. Remember, mind you, Pakistan didn't call once, but called twice, seeking a ceasefire. And let's get you all of the images that have come in so far of the air bases that have been hit in Pakistan by India. We've put out complete proof, evidence of what's really happened at each of these air bases as part of Operation Sindhu. High-resolution satellite images tell you exactly what's happened. Even as Pakistan denies it all, pictures are proof. Here's more.
as Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid a surprise visit to the Adampur Air Base on May 13th, one image stood out, demolishing Pakistan's disinformation campaign in one stroke. It showed Prime Minister waving at Jawans with a MiG-29 fighter jet and a fully intact S-400 air defense system right behind him. It was the very system Pakistan claimed to have hit. No smoke, no wreckage, just proof, framed and undeniable. Prime Minister Modi was calm, composed and called out Pakistan's bluff. As Vande Mataram echoed across the airstrip, Modi was not just there to thank the Air Force. He was fact-checking Pakistan in real time. While Pakistan spun fiction, satellites captured the facts. Exclusive images accessed by India Today network reveal a trail of destruction across 6 major Pakistani air bases. Sukur aircraft shelters reduced to rubble. Rahim Yar Khan, a 43-foot wide crater, gouged into its only runway. In Mushaf Sargodha, 2 craters and charred military trucks at what Pakistan calls its Air Force crown jewel. At Nur Khan, just 10 kilometers from Pakistan's military headquarters, vital transport aircraft were struck. Jacobabad, once a NATO stronghold, saw hangars and possible F-16 support facilities hit. And Bholari, a modern PAF base housing AEWACs, showed signs of precision damage to hangars likely sheltering radar planes. They were coordinated, high-precision retaliatory strikes launched in response to Pakistan's failed intrusion. Bureau Report, India Today.